So my name is Tomáš. I'm from Slovakia. I was born in Czechoslovakia. Now I live in Berlin. And last year I met a friend who went to Egypt to meet a woman that is running a veterinary clinic under the pyramids of Giza. And I used to be a fashion photographer. And this theme about, basically, it's about horses transporting tourists to pyramids of Giza. These horses are badly treated, they are abused. There is a picture behind that you're gonna see later. This topic is very close to me because I grew up around horses, and basically I went to Giza last year. I spent 6 days in Giza, and I slept in stables because I gave my money for the veterinary clinic. I gave them my money so they can spend them on medication, mostly to put the horses to sleep, to kill them, to euthanize them. And I stayed there for 6 days, and for those over the period of 6 days, I've been photographing them around the wall that is surrounding the pyramids. We called it with the local, with the lady working there, we called it the hell. And I've seen things that I will never forget about, like you see on these pictures. This horse in particular, she buys these horses when they let her buy them of the people that use them to transport the tourists. When they are in such a bad state, she tries to buy them, and usually she buys them when they are willing to sell them. They buy them for around 200 euros because they are in such a bad state that they cannot work anymore. So she puts them down often. Basically, what is the situation? The story is this a live horse in Egypt costs around 300 euros, and the maintenance of the horse for a month, the cost of the maintenance is about 200 euros. So basically, these owners of these horses, they don't feed the horses at all. Often they don't even give them a water. These horses are malnourished. You can see bones sticking out of them. The harnesses used the horses to pull the carriages to the pyramids with the tourists on them, they cause them such a deep cut in the bodies. They are missing chunks of meat. They whip them on the genitals because these horses, like I have said, they are not eating, they are not getting any food. So they are only performing on their adrenaline of the fear of the beating. Like I said, they beat them on the genitals. On that picture over there, you can see they have cuts on the genitals. I get very emotional talking about it every time. It was very hard to witness. For 6 days that I was there, I had lost 10 kilos. I was unable to sleep. I was unable to eat. It was living hell, truly. Even for me as a spectator, it was living hell to witness these animals beaten, starved. You would see them wandering around the perimeter of the wall surrounding the pyramids of Giza, looking for food. Often they would eat the food they would find in the rubbish laying around, which was causing them to get colic. Their stomachs would burst. They would die. Sorry. Then on some of the photos you can see, I went to photograph them in the desert surrounding the pyramids, which was very, very small. It was my dream to see the pyramids of Giza, as a child. And I came there and I realized not only that the desert next to where the pyramids are is few square kilometers big, and they would basically bring those horses that couldn't perform, often with the broken legs. They would just bring them there and dump them alive in the desert. The pictures behind me, you can see them with their mouth open, dying, thirsty, hungry, in pain. How many days weeks it took, they would be there. You would see horses outside of Giza with the broken legs, missing hoofs, just limping around, desperately, bones sticking out of them. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. It was when I came back from last year in August, when I came back from Giza after 6 days, I had a nervous breakdown. I had to look for a psychiatrist, and I was diagnosed with autism. I'm on a spectrum. And I don't know if any of you know, autistic people receive information from the world around them in much more intense way. So for me, those 6 days over there were that more harsh because of the smell of the rotting corpses, of the burning rubbish around. It was hell. It was absolute hell for me. And when I came back, I decided to work on this project and make this exhibition of my photographs depicting this torture of those animals and the torture projected on me. It took me 1 year to organize all of this with the help of my partner. And this is the result of it. I've been here, this is the third day of my exhibition here in Berlin on Potsdamer Str 124. I'm gonna be here for 2 another weeks. And this past year that I was organizing this, I was trying to bring awareness to this. I spoke to journalists, print magazine journalists, TV journalists. I spoke to people from fashion, where I used to work before. 20 years ago, I used to work as a fashion model. Later on, I went into photography. I started as an assistant of a photographer. Me as a fashion photographer, I was missing a point of view, a certain point of view that would make me stand out. So I was looking for something else, and then I found this documentary photography and documentary video making, which finally gave me a reason, and I believe a point of view that is more meaningful than just portraits, glamorous portraits. And yeah, this is about in a short, this is what I would like to share with the world, and hope more people like me, more people with a heart in the right place. We'll talk about this and we'll know about this, and we can together we can put a pressure on the government of Egypt. There's another thing I would like to say. These photos are all taken with my iPhone. Journalists in Egypt get arrested. Journalists coming from abroad or journalists in Egypt that are trying to talk about this are arrested, put in the prison, their equipment is taken away. So I knew directly when I was going there, I cannot call attention on myself, and I have to do it as secretly as possible. So that's why I took all of them with my phone, basically. Okay, anything else?